Hello again.
Welcome back.
Asia's getting a pedicure today. What color are you going to get on your toes?
I don't know. It'll be...
Better figure it out.
Yeah, probably a panic pick when I walk in. I'm like,
Valid.
no. I feel like the toe... I'm never really one... Some people are like, my toes and my fingers have to be matching exactly.
No.
I'm not really that, because I don't usually get them done at the same time. So like the schedule's off.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like toes, I'm like, sometimes whatever I have on my fingers maybe doesn't look good on toes.
Yeah.
So probably something neutral that can stay for a while.
Okay.
Light pink or something. I don't know.
Valid.
Boring.
I recently got my nails done and they're blur. Have you seen that?
What? What does that mean?
Do you remember Gabby Wendy from The Bachelor?
Yes, I do.
She did a TikTok, and I don't know why, like the sound, like the audio of it is like ingrained in my brain. She's like she's like recording herself in the car, and she's like, just got my nails done, and they're blur. And then she goes, blur, 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 blur. And I'm like, I don't know why. I like cannot stop saying it.
Huh. What does it mean?
It's just blue.
Oh, blur. Oh, I'm like, what?
No. So, but I like think this is really out of my wheelhouse of colors that I normally get.
Yeah.
But there's only so many times I can get neon yellow, neon green, neon pink, and neon orange. And
that's
so
your rotation.
That's like my rotation. Yeah. And I'm like, Lucy, you should try something different. And so I got this blue. Yeah. And I don't know if I like it. So
yeah, that's the thing about nails though, is like it's a couple weeks and then
my next
I try to try
like,
oh no, I don't try to try new things.
Mm-hmm.
What am I? Who am I? Who am I?
You don't usually,
saying that?
but like in some ways you do. Like you try to do something new with a similar color. I feel like the one time I remember you trying something new, you absolutely hated it. Yeah. And it was the sparkles.
No, I feel like I was going to prom in 2011. I was like,
very upset about
my God, I hate these. Doesn't happen often where I like literally hate them, but I hated those.
That's pretty valid.
So
it's just not like you to get like, and they were like a clear sparkle. Like these, you can't tell. They're blue sparkle.
Is, there's one glitter that I've done that I liked a lot, and it was like pretty neutral. And then I tried to go a little bit more pink, and it was too pink.
Didn't
with
work.
the pink and the glitter, I was like, ooh, I hate it.
Valid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get this like cherry red next.
Yeah, I would say my go-tos are like anything like natural. Or I love like a red.
Or a dark blue.
A blue.
Those are like your three.
Those are like, or I'll go crazy and do like a design or like a French or
but
something.
With red or dark blue. So
true.
I feel like those are.
I just feel like those look the best on my like skin tone. I don't know.
Fair. I feel like green and pink are the best ones on mine. And then like maybe the bright orange.
Yes.
But I can't do any dark colors because it's summer. So I have to do like all bright.
That's true.
But I did all bright even in the winter.
In the fall, I loved doing brown.
Mm-hmm.
Brown is nice.
I think October, November, and December are the only 3 months that I do like the seasonal colors. And then the rest of the 9 months of the year, I do bright like summer colors.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Anyway, all that to say.
Sit on nails.
Less on nails. Me and Asia are going to talk a little bit today about book recommendations. And
cool.
Some of you guys want to hear what we recommend in different facets besides reality TV. And so we're
like
here to talk about that.
We like other things too.
We do. We're well read. We read. We're in that book club.
Yeah.
And so this month we're reading the book One True Love.
Well, it's kind of two.
It is two.
I'm opting to do two because why not?
Too.
Yeah. Because it was down to two and it was kind of split and we're not meeting for a while, so we're like, let's just do both. So yeah, one of them is One True Love's. I don't remember the other name.
The other one has a longer Guernsey, name. Like the Dear Guernsey Potato Club. And it's like a historical fiction book. And then the One True Love's is You're Never Gonna Believe, kind of a romance book.
Yeah. I think I'm more, a little bit nervous for the other one. I'm going to, I think it's good for me to read something that's out of my
wheelhouse,
but that is not my typical, like, go-to.
Yeah.
I really struggle with history. in terms of knowledge and interest.
Gotcha.
So
I do think it's World War II, and that's usually pretty interesting. I would think. We read one.
for most people.
Yeah, it is. I think you'll like it because I think it's like letters too. So I think it's a pretty easy read.
Okay.
But One True Loves, I've happened to already read. And if you have not read that book, I would highly recommend it because I actually wept for quite some time.
Yeah.
Amongst
I haven't
reading
read
that
like
book.
a sad book in a long time,
Yeah.
if ever. So
It's not common that a book makes me cry, but
Yeah.
it's known to happen a few
Yeah.
handful of times. Like Harry Potter, the fifth one, Order of Phoenix, I will cry every single time I read that book. When Sirius dies, I just weep
Yeah.
like a baby. But I need to pull out my Goodreads
yeah.
because also if you guys read at all, you need this app. The
Yeah.
Goodreads app is amazing. Is
The
it
app
maybe
is
the
bad.
worst?
The app
Yeah.
is so bad.
The app
I hate the app.
Is very not
But
user friendly.
The idea
Is super
is
good. Great. And so I love like just like updating how far I am in a little book. It's like the new Venmo for me. I don't know if you like I love going on like Venmo and now Goodreads and just being like, what are my friends up
every
to?
once in a while I'll do that with Venmo. I'm like, but
wonder why
my
they paid that person.
friends, yeah, my Venmo friends are like, it's like college. So
Oh.
I'm like not talking to them. I'm like, oh, that's so crazy. They're
does-
living together now.
I'm like, interesting. Why are they paying them rent? Or like, I'm on it now.
Yeah.
My Venmo. And I just love seeing what some people's descriptions are.
Yeah.
And it's just so fun for me. I love going on there and I'm like, interesting transaction between the two
Yeah.
of you. I had heard a story that's how somebody found out that their like boyfriend was cheating on them or like something weird and sus because they saw through Venmo charges that like he and this one girl Venmoed him for pizza or something. And so I love the drama on Venmo.
But like you never know the
Yeah,
end
it's
of
like
it.
so mysterious.
Yeah, you're like, there's drama there, but I'm never gonna know the
Never
story.
gonna know. And then on Goodreads, I love to just the other day I saw a friend of mine. I was like, "Hey, I saw you started this book," and they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "You updated on Goodreads." I'm like, "You finished your book the other day. How was
Yeah.
it?" And so
I'm not as good at updating I'm just like, okay, I started and finished it.
That's valid. I love updating and like
Yeah.
leaving little progress reports and being like, my mouth open. I'm like, this is crazy. So I was gonna go through some of mine, just like top rated ones.
Wait, what is your like? We were talking about this at our book club. Like
Oh,
your
yeah.
rating
Great
system,
question.
because it's 1 to 5 stars.
1 to 5. You can't do halves.
No, and I feel like everyone's pretty much the same
yeah.
on like 5 and 1, but in the middle,
Yeah.
it's different. People's like 3 versus 4 versus 2, like it's different. So what is yours?
I thank you for asking. This is a great question. So 1 is like borderline did not finish / had to really trudge my way through it. And then 5s are like I don't even know if 5s are like what I would always recommend. 5s are I think just 5s are out of the water, like amazing. 4s I think falls in the like I will probably always recommend it to someone. Like it checked off all the boxes
Yeah.
of it being like categorically a good book of like character arc. Yeah. Well, actually, that means probably a 5. I feel like typically if a book doesn't get a 5 in my book, it's because I lacked something within the characters.
Okay.
Like there's a part missing where I didn't feel emotionally connected to the characters and I wanted one more thing
Okay.
to like push it over the edge. So 4s for me though are still really good.
Yeah.
3s I think is where I usually end up rating a lot of books
I would agree.
because they
3s
didn't leave an impression on me.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't necessarily tell other people to read it. It could be just like something where I'm like, oh, if people want to read it, it's like a quick, easy read. But like it wasn't something that left an impression on me while reading it.
Yeah.
Or like a week later, if I haven't thought about it, I think it's a 3.
That's a good point.
And then 2s are just usually like very forgetful. I borderline probably didn't even enjoy myself that much while reading it. 3s, I feel like I enjoy myself while reading it, but I don't think about that book again.
Yeah.
That I feel like is maybe the big difference.
Okay.
2s was like kind of a journey. 3s I enjoyed, but not thinking about. 4s I enjoyed while reading it and will recommend to someone, but there was something missing. And then 5s is it did everything for me. What about you?
I would say somewhat similar.
Okay.
1, yeah, hated it. Maybe didn't finish it. Probably, maybe I would talk about how much I hated it.
Yeah.
2 is I did not like it.
Fair.
2 is I didn't like it, but I still read it. And like, yeah, there was something that maybe I had to like finish it or whatever. It was enough to at least finish, but I did not like it. 3, see, this is, I feel like a big jump because like 3 is like, I liked it. And like, that's where a lot of my books are because I liked it. Would I like read it again or like really recommend it? Probably not. But like there was something in, like a lot of the books I read are Frida McFadden. They're like these like quick thriller books and they're not great, but like I'll say I do turn the page.
They get the job done.
I turn the page quick. I finish them in like a couple days and like there's something in that that I like. So that's a 3. I like it. 4 is like probably where most of like the books that I really like are at. 5 is tough because I'm like, it has to be like, like this. Like, I'm maybe not talking about it a lot because I'm like embarrassed at how much I liked it or something. Like, so I would say most of mine are 3 and 4. 4 is like, yeah, I liked this book. I'm probably going to be talking about it or recommending it.
We kind of talked about that too, where like 5 is almost like that is now a very special book to me. Yeah. And I almost won't recommend it because I don't want other people's thoughts and opinions on this book that has had a very big impact on me.
Yeah. So I don't.
4s are like everybody can read it. Like read it. It was good. It was fine.
It was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
3s, I liked it too, but meh.
Yeah. I feel like I have, because now it's summer. And for me, when it's summer, I am reading like little romance books, summer romance books like crazy. Like that is my bread and butter over the summer. I will not be reading like ACOTAR. I won't read it probably at all this summer because that is not a summer read. That is like a winter. That's a winter read to me. Yeah. Not by the pool. By the pool, I want to be reading about people that are at a lake house and like doing summer things. And so I want to talk about the book that I read this last week because you guys, I don't rate a lot of romance books. I feel like 5 stars. Yeah. Because I don't know. There's always something missing. And I think I've like narrowed it down to what it is. Beach Read got 5 stars by Emily Henry.
Okay. I think
because I live and breathe that book.
Let me see what I rated it.
Live and breathe that book. But I read this book called Just for the Summer.
I rated it 4, but that's good for me.
That's good. That is good. I read this book Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez this last week, and I have a lot of thoughts and opinions about it. So I was thinking about it, and I was trying to figure out why I liked it so much more than like other romance books. And I think it's because this author fleshed out both characters completely and fully, where I felt like connected and cared about them separately from them being together, which I think is where a lot of romance authors miss the ball. Okay. They don't make me care about both parties deeply and separate. Yeah. They usually only make me care about it when they're together.
Or you really get to know one character and the other one's like...
Like you don't really see, but like this one, I was in love with the man and obsessed with him. And like I knew about his deeper issues, trauma, and like deeper, most insecure feelings. And I was like, I want nothing but the world for him. But then on the flip side, I also learned about her and what makes her tick and like why she needed what she needed separately. And they both had plot lines separate from like just being in love and together. And I think that's important. Really like made them all well-rounded characters. Yeah. And so I think that's where a lot of the romance books miss it for me is they're not well-rounded characters that I'm reading about. And by the end, I still don't care. Like what, like, yay, they got together happy. But like, are they going to be breaking up in a year? Probably. Because I don't really know why their relationship would work. This one, I was like, they're together forever. Okay. This is the end goal.
Love it.
And then also, there was not, I feel like we're in a world right now where like smutty books are all the rage.
Yeah.
There was not really much smut in this book, which I loved because I think some authors and TV shows use that as a crutch for lack of bad character development in writing. Like they're like, oh, this will be an easy way to like get people in.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I think that just kind of shows
but without
a lack
that,
of creativity.
Without that,
what are we doing?
What is happening?
Literally.
Yeah.
So that I think is what made this book even better because there was not that. And so I just felt like I was completely reliant on the characters for me to love the book. And I think that says a lot about talented writing. Because I like sometimes, whatever, like a smutty book. But at the end of the day, I finished that book and I'm like, what did I just like, okay. I hated the characters.
Yeah.
What did I learn about the characters? Nothing. I read one and I had no idea that was what it was going to be. And by the end, like you found out all this stuff about the main girl where she like her father left when she was a kid. She like was estranged from her family and like didn't have a relationship. By the end, none of that was fixed. I didn't learn anything else besides the fact that she had an estranged father. Yeah. I was like, what was the point of even telling me if we're not going to talk about it and she's not going to fix it? Yeah. Like, I'm like, great. Now that she has a boyfriend. Cool. I like want to.
That's going to cause some issues in the relationship.
She has daddy issues. I have a feeling it's going to come up. So I just feel like if you're going to mention these like traumatic backgrounds, but not fix it in the story or like show evolution of it.
Or like have any type of.
Like if you're going to put smutty as the Band-Aid over this, I don't want to read it. Yeah. So that's my
it's not gonna fix
that's my soapbox for the day.
I've been turned off from some authors because it just gets too intense and I'm like
I don't want to be reading this.
Yeah.
I don't
agree.
need to be reading this. And so I would highly recommend the book just for the summer because it was amazing. And Emily Henry's Beach Read, I think, is similar where like both characters have a lot of depth to them. And I just loved both of them. So I think those are like my top 2 summer reads.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I haven't read a romance in a while.
Fair.
Because again, I like a page turner and I just like a quick read. So I read a lot of these like crime ones, but they're all in like the 3-star range. Yeah. I would say probably my favorite one from her though is the Housemaids series. There's 2 and there's a 3rd one coming out in June. So if you do like the like kind of thriller, crimey, Frida McFadden is super easy read. I wouldn't say there's like a whole lot of depth, but the Housemaid ones I would probably recommend probably more than any of the other ones. I read Beach Read. I gave it 4 stars, I think last summer. Great read. And then I think the only 5-star.
You only have 1 5-star rating?
Yeah.
That's
no,
crazy.
I have 2. I did read, I rated A Court of Mist and Fury 5 stars.
Okay. That's fair. I rated that as well.
Yeah, that one, that's the second of the ACOTAR. Great book, great read. The other one is probably personally my favorite book currently, or like up to date. This is my most favorite one that I've read. It's Everything I Know About Love.
Oh, I have that as 5 stars too.
Yeah, that's probably the author's Dolly Alderton. She's like a British writer, and personally, I would recommend it to women like in their not even. It's like about women in their 20s and like the evolution of relationships, of life seasons, like of all of like what happens. But I think any woman could read it because there's going to be something relatable. It's kind of like a memoir, like about her life, but it's a somewhat easy read. Like it kind of bounces back from like memories she's had or like, but kind of goes along like things that she's experienced and how life changes. And I think it was just like a really good, relatable read,
That book.
and I loved it.
Yeah, I have that as 5 stars, and that one is almost more like I'm like a little protective over that book because it was like reading my own memoir at points.
Yeah.
Like especially with like friendships and just like how they evolve and change as you get older and like what expectations look like within friendships. I was just like,
yeah, I loved it because it wasn't only about like, there's some part of it that's like, we're like, it's like a group of girls living in London and they're like dating and whatever, but it's about their relationship as well. And then also like relationships with family too. And I just thought, it was a good read. I've read all of her books because of that book.
Yeah.
She like wrote for an advice column for like years, and she has like a compilation of a bunch of like advice columns she wrote, and that was pretty good. She's written 2, maybe more, but I've read 2 fiction pieces. They were pretty good about like one's about being ghosted, and then the other is actually from the male perspective about being broken up with, and he's a comedian. And
is that one good material? Okay. I need to read still both
I
of them.
liked both of those too, but the Everything You Know About Love is a great read.
I was gonna say another one in terms of like memoirs is the book Crying in the H Mart. That one
I've heard about
is a little heavier probably, but that one's about kind of a relationship with your mother and like what that looks like and her experience being a part of like an immigrant family because her mom immigrated from Korea, and so that one was amazing. I did cry at that book though too at the end. Jeanette McCurdy's is great too.
Oh yeah,
that one's also sad.
Read that one.
But that one's like pretty easy read. Like it's shorter, chapters are shorter. I've heard the audiobook is better just because she reads it, and so
listen to that.
Also, the title just really hooks you in. For anyone who doesn't know Jeanette McCurdy, she has a book called "I'm Glad My Mom Died," and that title will grab your attention rather quickly. But it's just about her experience, like with her mom, and her mom was pretty terrible. So it's a sad book to listen to, but it's really good. I have One True Love's rated 5 stars on mine. So
I'm reading it currently. So I like it so far.
Recommend that one. But that author, Taylor Jenkins Reid, is personally like one of my top authors. Like her and Emily Henry, I'll read pretty much anything that they put out.
Yeah.
So Taylor Jenkins Reid wrote One True Loves, which I'll give a quick synopsis. So then you guys can read it with us as we read it through our book club. It's about a woman who marries her high school sweetheart. This is all in the back of the book, so I'm also not spoiling anything. She marries her high school sweetheart, and their year anniversary comes, and he is on a helicopter, and the helicopter disappears, and nobody knows where it went, and so she is led to presume that her husband is dead. And so it's kind of about her journey of like finding herself, and then fast forward, she's actually now engaged to another man. And while she's engaged to him, all of a sudden her first husband reappears and has apparently been trying to find her for all these years. So it's about her heart and like what she chooses. Beautifully written. Loved it so much. Highly recommend it. This author has also written Daisy Jones and the Six, which is like, just like if you like Fleetwood Mac or like know the lore of the album Rumors by Fleetwood Mac, you would love this book. So it's kind of about this band in the 70s and a bunch of interrelationships within the band. And I cried reading that book too. I loved that book. And so
is that one considered historical fiction?
I think it's sort of historical fiction because it does talk a lot about like the 70s and just like the time period. But
is it like true?
No.
Oh.
But it's literally based off of the album Rumors by Fleetwood Mac.
Okay.
Because
she just kind of made it.
Yeah, she made it her own.
Gotcha.
Because the whole thing with Rumors is it was the breakup album between Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham. This album together. So she wrote the song Dreams and like sings it at him, like yelling at him. And then he wrote the song Go My Own Way. and it's literally about her. And then on this side, there's also Christina McAvee, and I don't remember his name, but they're together, and then they split up, and then Stevie Nicks starts hooking up with the drummer, I believe, of that. And like all of this is happening while they're also just like super on drugs. So the book Daisy Jones and the Six is like similar, where it's like in that time period and it's focusing on this band, and there's a bunch of inner working relationships.
Oh, okay.
And it is a masterpiece.
Nice.
Chef's kiss. Loved that book. And it's crazy. So it's good. Highly recommend that. But those are our book recommendations.
Love it. Yeah, if you have anything that we should read, let us know.
Please
We're always looking for.
Always looking. And we still have, what were you? Oh, duh.
Oh, I was just going to go through a few fashion things because it's summer.
I need to know these.
Yeah, it's summer. So
summer
there's always
fashion.
New stuff.
Should be like a segment. Summer fashion with Asia.
All right, these are, I don't know, maybe you've seen them, maybe you haven't, maybe you agree, maybe you don't. Starting off strong, though, with no one can deny the boxer short trend.
Yes.
Do I have some? Yeah.
Okay.
I like them a lot, actually.
Crazy enough, I have some in my car right now that just arrived.
Oh, my gosh.
So I have to try them on later.
Report back. Mm-hmm. I feel like for how popular they are, like the kind that I was looking for, they're kind of hard to find.
Okay.
I had to like go on Amazon, and I'm like, why can't I find these like in a store that I could try them on?
Yeah.
But I have some red checkered ones.
Cute.
Like them a lot. I think they're pretty. I think the whole pajama trend in general. I've seen like even pajama pants, like the pinstripe.
Heard that.
I feel like in Arizona we're not really gonna be
you can't
doing
really
that,
do that.
But or like even the pajamas set, like the it's kind of like a matching set or like a pool set, whatever. Crochet Detail I've been seeing, especially over like with swim, like dresses that are like crochet or like sets.
I feel good. I also just bought recently like a crochet sweater that's in the mail still for like a swim day.
Look at that. Yeah.
I'm on trend.
Summer is always a big time for like summer dresses, sundresses. This year I'm seeing so many of like kind of like very girl core, like corset-y, milkmaid type of dresses. They're everywhere.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Fair. I don't have any like that, but I feel like I've wanted some.
Yeah,
as of late.
I feel like it's, yeah. So like kind of like the corset detail on like the waist and the bust area.
Would you say patterned or not patterned?
I think not. Like
Okay.
plain. Like I've been seeing a lot of yellow, white.
Okay.
I mean, there's always like the flowery.
I feel like I see a lot of florally
but
of
like
the
with the
sundress.
specific like milkmaid type dress, I think personally, I think it looks best like white or yellow.
Can you find a picture of the milkmaid example, because I don't really know if I know the corset one, but the milkmaid is kind of throwing me.
I will show
in
you
terms of what that looks like, because I feel like I just think of a bonnet.
Yeah, it is kind of like a little bit Renaissance-y, but
okay.
Here's like a shorter one. That's kind of what I'm meaning.
Oh, okay. Show the people.
Oh, I want this offer. I'm not buying this dress.
Nice.
I don't know if I would. Oh, here, this one too is longer because sometimes they're like midi, midi length.
I love that.
So this is popular.
I don't know if I could. I don't know if it's for like. I don't know if I can pull it off.
Yeah, but yeah. So dresses. I'm on my dress like grind.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm super into them this year. Lots of like boho, like the flowy skirts are super in, like the long flowy skirts.
I feel like I was on that trend.
Yeah, early.
I was, and I felt really proud of myself.
I haven't worn it yet, like out, but yeah, had like a vision a couple months ago, and I had the hardest time finding a skirt. Now they're everywhere. I'm like, that's so annoying to me. Also, like asymmetrical necklines or like off the shoulder. Like I've been seeing a lot of like this or I mean strapless, yes, for summer, but Yeah, lots of like funky kind
I've
of
been seeing that too.
neckline cuts, which is fun. You can even do that with like a basic.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a fun twist on like a white or a black basic. Sheer is still in. Shocker with like the swim.
Yeah.
But like just wear anything sheer so you can see through.
Yeah.
We have the Bermuda shorts and then also the micro shorts. I'm not 100% on either. I do have one. I wore them last night, but like longer shorts and they're like looser. And I'm like, this is out of my comfort zone, but I kind of like them. I think it really just depends on the fit and like how loose, how long for the Bermuda.
I feel like in my brain. Okay. So sorry. In my brain, when I think of Bermuda shorts, I think of what I wore as Bermuda shorts with like plaid.
Yes.
Like I vividly remember they're like white, neon green, pale pastel blue plaid Bermuda shorts. So
I think I had those too.
Not be wearing those.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking more like longer. Still, we're in the denim family.
Yeah,
but like the longer, like they're closer to your knee than like.
I've been seeing that. I think.
Yeah, it feels kind of awkward. Like I'm definitely not on the capri train at all. So the longer things, I'm like, meh. I'm either doing shorts or.
I might buy a pair of capris.
Really?
Yeah,
like
because I found a matching linen set, and I just want a matching linen set so badly, whether it's pants
it is
or
so
shorts.
Elegant. Yeah.
Because I think in Arizona, like that's a good alternative.
Yes.
So
I have some linen pants that I got, and I like them a lot.
I know.
They were very comfortable.
Need to get on it.
Capris though, interesting.
I know.
Micro shorts. What are we
I'm not
even
doing
doing?
that.
It's like again.
No.
I think I said this for spring. It's like you're wearing a diaper.
That's absurd. That's ridiculous.
I feel like
it's offensive, actually.
Like the athletic.
So
the athletic prep, like pickleball type of fashion, is going off.
I love it.
I like. There's so many active dresses now. I remember a couple summers ago, I was like, where can a girl find an active dress?
Yeah.
Now they're everywhere, all different types of styles, the active skirts, the matching sets, like it's going off.
Yeah.
And
you should run a blog on women's fashion.
Maybe.
Because then it's like a year later, you're always like with it.
Yeah. It's so annoying.
I know.
But yeah.
For you,
like,
it sucks. But
even like just going to Target, there's
active dresses everywhere.
They're all different types of styles too.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty
like different backs, different pleated skirts,
different necklines, different
100%.
waist detail. I love like the tennis. I've loved the tennis skirts for a couple of years now. I think it's great for summer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to deal with like the front situation, riding up or anything. Like it's super comfortable and it can be going for a walk or you can like dress it up. So that's going, and then I actually found myself, I've never been one, like the ballet flats I'm not doing, but I was looking at, you know the website Rothy's?
No.
So they have flats, but they're like, so the Mary Jane style. They have like a
thing on the toe?
A strap.
Oh.
I'll show you the ones they're
Okay.
kind of expensive, so I don't think I'm going to do it, but.
Fair. I was going to show, while you're looking that up, this is the set that I think I might try. It's not really like capri.
Oh, okay.
But it's like cropped,
like length. Yeah.
Mid-ish. And I want to try it.
That's from Amazon?
Yeah.
How do you feel about Amazon fashion?
We've also talked about this recently. I am all about.
But look at these.
Okay.
These are like, and they're kind of like an
Dang it, those are kind of fun.
They are cute.
The square Mary Jane.
Yeah.
Those are kind of fun.
And
you
like,
got to show the people.
So they have like a strap across, and like,
yeah.
I feel like my worry is that they're not comfortable because like you don't wear socks.
No, there's no shot that. I feel like here, like, they'd be really sweaty.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, I never got into flats because your feet do sweat. Yeah.
I feel like, this is bringing up two things now in my brain. So one, the Amazon thing.
Oh, yes.
I will shop now on Amazon, because at this point, I used to really be against Amazon, but let's face it, me boycotting Amazon isn't going to put less money in Jeff Bezos' dollar in his pocket. So like, fine, whatever, I'll do it. But then in terms of like, I've been buying clothes from there, I will probably buy like 5 items and I will only end up liking one.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, that's like, it is what it is. But it is not consistent.
No.
But the returning is really easy. So
Yeah.
I think I'm fine with it.
Except
like I'll
when
buy.
you don't buy on Prime.
Yeah.
Because I bought something that because there's all these influencers that are like, oh, these are like
here's my link tree. Here's my Amazon storefront.
Free people like dupe. So I like go and look, and none of it is Prime. And I'm like, I'm not buying that because if I have to return it, I'm gonna have to print out my own label and package it. Like I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I had to do that last
is the
week.
Worst. Yeah.
And it
I
sucked.
think I found currently, and I think I might pull the trigger today. Classic Lucy. Because there's like certain things with fashion where I am like with it. And then there are other things that I have never once thought about buying if it's not like in my wheelhouse. And the three of those are shoes, sunglasses, and purses. And honestly, let's throw in jewelry. Those are things I
would agree with everything
throw
except
out of the
shoes.
scope.
I love shoes.
Yeah, you're with it on shoes too.
love
You're
shoes.
always with it.
But the other three I would agree with.
Like I am not at all in like what that world is.
Yeah.
But sunglasses, I find myself only having 2 pairs because my favorite pair
Is that
broke.
not good? I think I only have one or two.
Well, I have 2 pairs and I think neither of them are trendy. Let me just grab the one. Because I wore them to the pool and I get a lot of compliments on them, but I've never seen anyone else wear them except for Angie off of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I think these are fun. But like,
Nice.
thank you. One, they really cover a decent part of my face.
They do.
So the
yeah.
tan lines, if I can't wear these at the pool. Like absolute just knockers on my face.
That's true.
And then the other ones are like almost like cat eye, like small. And I think they were trendy 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So I think I might get on the trend of like sunglasses and buy some with that.
I don't know. Like I have a hard time with sunglasses.
Yeah.
I'm not like.
I found these and I think these are like what are in right now.
Oh, okay. Oh, I have some.
And
okay.
so, yeah, I think I'm going to buy
That's
these.
a pack? Nice.
I know. And it's only
that's nice.
$15. So I'm going to buy this 4-pack and see, because if there's one thing I will never spend a lot of money on, it's sunglasses. I bought these at Five Below. These were $5. I will simply never, ever spend the money on sunglasses.
They're the ones that I have right now.
Exactly. That is what I had in like a brown pair and they broke.
Okay.
So then like I need a good staple pair.
Yeah.
Because these are like too much of a statement, which are fun sometimes.
Yeah. I'm also picky with sunglasses because if it's giving me a headache, I'm not
wearing them. Absolutely
I'm not wearing them.
I'm the same way.
So I'm scared to buy them online because if I hate, I mean, I guess you can return them, but they have to not give me a headache.
Yeah. And then I also, Jillianne, our good friend, bought this purse on Amazon and she let me borrow it the other night and I loved it. And I was just like, I am such a bad goo girl now.
Yeah.
I will not use any other purse, but I think I should elevate myself a little because look at how cute it is.
Oh, that is cute.
It's so cute.
I know. I
was like, I should get a little bag that I can just put on my shoulder and it's like a
I
small
know.
bag.
I never have been like, oh, my
not
purse goes with my
bags.
outfit. I'm switching bags. Like I have so much crap in there.
Yeah.
I'm not switching it.
Oh my gosh. One day on this show, we should do a what's in our bag do.
We should.
It'd suck for anybody that listens because they really can't
Yeah.
participate, but it'd be fun for people who watch it. And then lastly, you're good at this. I don't know what sandals, like in the summer, the only pair of sandals I have are my Birkenstocks.
Yeah.
Like I don't have flip-flop sandals. Like I don't have dressed up sandals. I either have high heels that I wear to a wedding
Yeah.
or like professional, or I have my Birkenstocks. Like nothing in between.
But you also didn't grow up here. I feel like you're in the sandal market here.
Like growing up, it was flip-flops because I was on the poolside.
Yeah.
So it was only ever like cheap flip-flops.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, I don't really know the fashionable sandals.
Yeah. It is hard. I'm kind of picky with like my sandals. So if I ever find something that I'm like, oh, I like those, I will buy them because it doesn't happen often.
Okay.
Cause like Target spits out sandals like it's water.
Yeah.
Like, but like, are they cute? Sometimes.
I just bought 2.
Sometimes they are, and
I
like,
didn't like
Oh, you didn't?
I think I have wide feet.
Yeah.
And I think
That
sometimes
is
sandals
tricky with the sandals.
don't work because my feet like overflow on the side.
Yeah, sometimes the Target ones can be
They're very
super
narrow.
Yeah, so usually when I'm at Target, I will peruse through, and if there's anything that catches my eye, I'll try it on, and if I like it, I'll usually buy it. But again, it doesn't happen super often. My favorite sandals that I have right now, they're from H&M last year, are these.
Okay.
Um,
I've been seeing you wear those.
yeah, I like them a lot.
Okay.
I feel like they're pretty comfortable, and they go with a lot.
Heard. I think I have to buy platform sandals too because I feel like then my feet are too close to the ground if I'm
that's true.
wearing
Yeah.
platform
But if
ones.
a sandal is too chunky for me, like not so much platform, but like if there's like too much going on around the sides, I'm like, I feel frumpy.
I would love
I feel heavy.
I feel like a dream if I had the money to buy it, but it's not something where I've prioritized buying it because I just don't think I'd need it that badly, is the Doc Marten like sandals.
Yeah.
Because I do love the straps, but with how hot it gets
I
here,
feel like my feet would get so hot.
I fear that my feet would burn because it's also leather.
Yes.
So it's not
I have not
like,
bought them because of that very reason.
And I'm like, I
just
don't think I can justify spending $120
I
for
love my Boston clogs, and even sometimes I'm like, my feet are too hot for
like,
this
yeah.
right now.
Like I fear the sandal thing too here because I'm like, it will burn my feet.
Yeah. So again, that adds another layer of like the criteria for like me buying sandals.
Okay.
I do love for like fancier ones. I do love like a kitten heel, like a tiny, tiny heel, because it kind of elevates it a little bit. Just like a slip-on, like white or black.
Okay.
That is like good to go for dresses and stuff.
I feel like what I want to lean into this summer is a coastal grandmother
Love it.
vibe.
Love it.
So with those sunglasses, maybe a couple long skirts, I might try the linen set. I feel like that kind of checks that box.
I like it.
I also want to get into bracelets. I've not worn bracelets, I think, in years.
I'm not a bracelet girl.
I would love to get into bracelets, and I would love to get a watch.
I
want a little like gold watch.
That's cute.
Not
I love
real
that.
gold, 'cause
I like.
I don't care.
I don't know. I don't. I like take out.
valid.
I wear an Apple Watch for work, but no other time.
Yeah.
I'm like, get that off.
I'm really excited because when I'm going home for the 4th of July, I think my mom and my sisters were doing those permanent bracelets.
Oh,
and like
cool.
that's what I'm like
I
really
would wear
wanting.
that.
Is like
Yeah.
I want something that's like always there and like
I would do
simple
that,
like
yeah.
gold around my wrist or like even
Yeah.
like mixing metals.
Yeah.
Because that I think is in right now.
I do. I like the dainty. Yeah, dainty. I wore like a necklace for a while, but
Yeah.
I think my neck's it's sensitive.
You took it off. I
Because
remember
I
we
was
talked
like,
about it on here.
yeah, like I wore it for a while, and I think if it maybe a little bit smaller, but it was like irritating
Okay.
or at least it was
Skin.
irritating me.
Yeah, that's valid.
So,
Fair. Well,
but yeah,
great.
cool.
Well, let's check in. Should we do a story? Maybe a quick one.
A quick one.
What is a quick one?
I can't read it. Everything's upside down. I can't read it.
The Holland putting lotion on one is kind of quick.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And it's great. It's a great story.
This is so funny. So I don't know, maybe a year ago.
Yeah.
I had my brother and sister-in-law and my niece over. Was my other niece born yet?
Whoa.
I don't remember.
I don't either.
If she was tiny.
Yeah.
But my niece, 3,
Yeah.
2.5, 3, I don't know, at that time, and they came over to my house. My house is not childproof whatsoever, to like eat dinner and watch a show or something. And so I have like none of my cabinets are like, everything's just free for all. And so we're like hanging out, and Holland's like been gone for a little bit. And I'm like, oh my gosh, where's Holland? I'm gonna go check in my room because like I don't want her to get into anything that isn't child friendly. And I walk into my bathroom, and she has like my sink cabinet open, and she's like rubbing like lotion. It's all over her head. She looks like bald. Like she's just and my first thought is, oh my God, that's Nair. My Nair is under there. I thought she had been putting Nair all over her head, and I was like, they're going to kill me. Their daughter's going to be bald. She's going to burn her hair off. It freaked me out. Luckily, the Nair was one back, and it was just lotion, and she had covered her entire head with just lotion, thank God. But my stomach dropped because I was like, her hair's gone. Her hair is gone, and I'm the worst aunt ever.
Oh,
so
it was so funny. She came out so jazzed about it.
She's like, look
what I did. It was so cute.
It was cute.
So funny.
She has her hair. Her hair is so cute.
She looks great.
She's good.
She's adorable. Yeah. So beautiful. Well,
anyways,
please write in the worst breakup stories.
Write in any burning questions you have for us, things you'd like to hear.
Yes.
But yeah, write in those juicy breakup stories.
Yeah. And maybe next week we'll update you if we've taken on any of these fashion trends.
Yes.
So, all right, we will talk to you guys next time.
Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.